An abandoned three-story house in Warren's Garden District has been transformed into a work of art, viewable this weekend only.
We're in a three-story house, and it's filled with art. All types of art. We had artists as young as high school all the way to senior, amateur to professional, lifelong artists.
We'll have the details on that and more in our After Hours report.
After Hours is sponsored by the Timberlanes Complex.
This house at 232 Vine Avenue in Warren has sat vacant for years, but this weekend only, it's finding new life as a temporary art exhibit in the Occupied Warren Art Show, presented by the Fine Arts Council of Trumbull County and the Trumbull Neighborhood Partnership.
This weekend, we will be so proud to unveil and show off to the public and share with our residents and community the work of several local artists who have done a series of installations in this vacant house, which is slated for demolition. Basically, what we did is got a grant from the Ohio Arts Council to do this project.
There was a theme to the show, and it has to do with abandonment, blight, revitalization, as well as stories of the community, the neighborhood. And we allowed artists to submit the proposals in any medium of their choice. We went through a selection process, selected the ones that we felt best fit. So we ended up with 15 official artists.
Occupied, we chose the term occupied. It has a couple different meanings, but the main one really goes back to the way that we inventory houses in the city of Warren. The first thing we're looking for is the house vacant or is it occupied? Well, this house was vacant when we found it. It is now occupied. It's occupied by art, it's occupied by questions, statements, and it will be occupied this weekend by a whole host of residents and visitors. Then we'll move on to the next phase for this property, which down the road is going to be a demolition of it. The
fact that this is a very temporary thing attracted a lot of the artists because, for one, because it puts that much more importance on it. You know, being limited to just 2 days for a total of 7 hours, you know, it kind of puts like you either see this now or not.
The artists come from Warren, Youngstown, Cortland, Brookfield, West Farmington, and one all the way from Portland, Oregon.
His is an audio piece. He set up a 1-800 line where people could call and voice their opinions on the area, and then he took those recordings and he created also a soundtrack that he felt would tie, that kind of went in with the theme of the piece, and now play on the third floor in 2 separate rooms.
I did an installation on the second floor. It was supposed to deal with the sex trafficking, the prostitution that's going on inside the community. I will be working with a live model. The installation's called a killing jar, and I was going with the idea of like a butterfly killing jar, basically like drug dealers and what they're doing, taking advantage of manipulating the women and killing that beauty inside of them.
This was a way to offer artists the opportunity to kind of like express their feelings visually on these type of subjects, be it positive or negative in whatever medium they wanted. But it also gives the opportunity to help engage the community.
The entire city of Warren has experienced a significant amount of abandonment, blight, and vacancy. We actually have 1,500 vacant houses. So our organization, Trumbull Neighborhood Partnership, we do our best to save the houses that can be saved and create home ownership opportunities, but we also have to demolish quite a few. We looked at a project in Cleveland called Rooms to Let that Slavic Village did, and we really liked it, so we basically copied it. The Fine Arts Council is really our partner when it comes to public art. We do work with other entities, but they're really our go-to, and this project is really their baby.
There will be an opening reception this Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. with an additional showing on Saturday from noon to 5 p.m.
All the artists will be here Friday evening, so there'll be a chance for the public to actually engage with the artists firsthand. And then Saturday, most of the artists will be here, not all, but the Fine Arts Council, we're moving our art hop down here on location, so we'll have some artist vendors as well as a couple food trucks.
We thought this was a wonderful idea. The artist community has embraced it thoroughly. I mean, that's obvious by looking around, so we know it's been popular with us and with artists and with the residents that we've talked to, but what it comes down to is the response that we get this weekend, the turnout that we get and the feedback that we get. If it's a popular concept, we'll absolutely do it again.
To do a project where we have artists, a very diverse group of artists coming together to work on a large project, on individual pieces to create this larger whole, was definitely a little tricky, but it was very rewarding to see how excited the artists were to finally do that once we started, and how some of the artists started working together, and the feedback, and it became more of like a community, like coming together.
I really want to express gratitude to the artists that participated in this. We were especially really taken aback and impressed and just really grateful to see that these artists just wanted to do this. And the work that they've done, it's absolutely priceless. I really want to thank them for all that they've done to make this project a success.
Now here's the rest of your weekend rundown. This Friday, head to the Mission Night Market in Huntington Place in Boardman from 6 to 10 p.m., with proceeds to benefit the rescue mission of the Mahoning Valley. The market aims to bring diverse people together in a celebration of culture, community, and connection. The grand opening paddle for Girard's new launch site on the Mahoning River takes place this Saturday from 7:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Enjoy an $8 breakfast buffet at Royal Garden before the ribbon cutting and launch at 10 a.m. Paddle your way to the B&O station in Youngstown for lunch at 1 p.m. River Rock at the Amp returns this Saturday from 5 to 11 p.m. at the Warren Community Amphitheater. This weekend's show features Zoso with opening act the Huck and Philbillies. Admission is $8. Head to Grove City Memorial Park this weekend for the 28th annual Grove City Strawberry Days, featuring food, crafters, entertainment, and children's activities. The event takes place Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. For this week's After Hours Report, I'm Maggie Young.